Happy holidays, YouTube, and welcome back to the channel. I'm Jaden, and today's unboxing is something incredibly cool that I cannot wait to just get out of the box and show you guys. This unboxing is on SAO's Kirito. Once again, big fan of his. Obviously, you guys know that from the last two videos. But this Kirito weapon is the Night Sky Sword from SAO Alicization and War of Underworld. So this is the sword he and Yu-Gi-Oh cut down from the Gygas cedar way back in the early parts of the show, and they had a blacksmith forge this one. Actually, it was more so chiseled because it was made of wood. But this is one of the most powerful swords in the Underworld arc and Alicization arc as well. So let's check it out, guys. And for this particular unboxing, we're going to be using the special letter opener we got from a couple unboxings ago. So I've actually got it clipped on my belt here. As you can see, this is the dark repulsor letter opener. But we're going to see how this thing does with unboxing this giant box here. So let's do it. Yo, okay, this thing, entirely cool. We still got a little bit of plastic on here. We're gonna take this off. Look at this. Goodness gracious. Okay, so this one is saying that it is from the War of Underworld arc. As I said, that is part 2 of season 3, War of Underworld. The Night Sky Sword. Kirito's Night Sky Sword. Last time I told you guys I wasn't a fan of keeping boxes, but I was probably going to have to keep a particular box for the Kirito unboxing. This is another one of those boxes, I think. This thing is clean. It is well made, well designed. Unfortunately, the only thing I can read is the front part that says Proplica and the Night Sky Sword, because the rest of it is in Japanese, even the warning labels. So That's gonna be kind of tough, but don't worry about that. We're gonna keep this thing going along. We've got sound, music, voice, and scale. So this is not only a sword, but this is a most likely battery-powered sword. So it's probably gonna make some noises for us, some sound effects. All right, got it popped open. Let's take a peek at the Night Sky Sword. This is pretty cool. So, guys, this sword is about 100 centimeters in length. It comes with the sword itself and a stand. All right, so we've got the box out of the way, and here we go with the Night Sky Sword. As I said, this thing's about 100 centimeters long. It's incredibly lightweight, and no, for my people who want to sword fight with this thing or think it's battle ready, it is not. This is, it's plastic. I'm not even gonna call it a hard plastic, but I mean, it's fun. If you're into cosplay, this thing is definitely what you're gonna want. Again, incredibly lightweight. I mean, this thing is super cool. The tip is not even that sharp, so don't think you're gonna be slicing any watermelons or pumpkins anytime soon. But just in, oh my gosh, wow. Okay, so first of all, we're gonna talk about a little bit of color scheme, right? So we've got the dark purples and blues on the hilt, into the guard, and into the blade itself. We go into more of what I would say is like a violet blue, and then a almost pitch blue down the center, not quite black. The only black we really see is almost this obsidian black on the hilt of the sword for the handle. Again, in the show, this was made from a giant tree and was not in fact metal. So the actual lore surrounding the sword coming from the Gygas cedar, which was around in the show for a couple thousand years, I think, or long hundreds, we'll see. You guys check it out. Check out the show again. Anyway, really cool sword. It's got some instructions here, and it comes with a couple of items like these. So this is gonna be the sword stand. We'll put this together real quick. Super easy. Nice, we're in there. Ooh, okay. Check that out. Okay, so for my display fanatics, I'm definitely a display fanatic. You'll see this around the house at some point, but this is looking good to me. I'm loving the color scheme of that and how it just bounces the light off. We've got some instructions here, so we're gonna see what they say. Again, probably not the most helpful for myself, but we've got some quotes here, and they're all in Japanese. So I don't get my subtitles. I just have to use Google Translate, I guess. But that's totally fine. Looks like we've got some voice effects from Kirito. Looks like some from Yu-Gi-Oh! And then the sword arts themselves. Nice. Okay. Well, I've actually got some batteries around here that we can plug in here and see if we can hear a couple of the sound effects. So let's go ahead and fast forward to that. All right, guys, so very easily on the hilt, you can just pop off the handle, just get some fingernails in there, it's not too hard. Then we've got 2 additional spaces in here that need to be, looks like, screwdrivered out. Ooh, I hope I have my screwdriver around the house. All right, with some movie magic, we actually did, in fact, get what we needed to get. Okay, case undone, and the AAAs are going in. Okay, let's go. Ah, I just love movie magic. Okay, so batteries are in, and then up close and personal, we've got about 2 different modes, it looks like. We've got an A mode and a B mode. So we're gonna start with the A mode first. Okay, definitely a sword sound, so we've got 2 buttons to press here. All right, I had no idea what that said, but I'm pretty sure that was Kirito's voice. So that was my index finger, so the index finger is probably going to be for the voice sounds, and I'm gonna go with thumb is going to be for the sword sound. So let's see. All right. All right. Oh, this is so cool. Okay, this is just taking me back to the show. So he said the enhanced armament spell enchantment, that just gives the sword a lot of extra power. But so that's coming from the thumb, and then the voices were coming from the index finger, as I said. Daijoubu? Okay, no, this thing's super cool. I'm gonna see what the B mode does really quickly. So we're gonna shift that all the way over. Okay, we can be playing with this thing all day. So I'm gonna go ahead and shut off the power though. That thing is still super, super cool. Okay, power shut off. We're gonna save that for later. We're gonna go ahead and put the hilt back on. As I said, incredibly easy to do so. That popped right in there. But, I mean, looking at this thing, I keep touching the blade. Remember, guys, this is a plastic sword. This is not metal, it's not sharp, not even really in the slightest. But the design of it, the lightness of it, and then the stability, like, okay, so if you guys are feeling sword play, I suppose you could do some sword play at your house, or at the public park, or Comic-Con. Like, really, Comic-Con's the place to do this. But I would not recommend crossing blades with another one like it. Like, I don't think it would survive the impact if you're really swinging pretty hard. It is definitely just for show. Very cool though. Very cool. Oh my gosh. I can't wait to see how this turns out on camera myself. But I'm gonna go ahead and drop this back down. We're gonna clean up the table in a second. Okay, so table cleared away. We're gonna put this back on. Definitely a work of art, everybody. This is the Night Sky Sword from Sword Art Online's Alicization War of Underworld. Kirito sword once again. This is going to be my first full-size sword from SAO. Thank you for being a part of this unboxing. Thank you for listening to those awesome sound effects with me as well. This is going to be the end of the video. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. This has been a pleasure to unbox. I love the design of it, love the look of it. Again, for those collectors out there, those cosplayers out there, this is a hard plastic. I would not swing it too carelessly, and I definitely wouldn't let it collide with anything. But it is definitely a work of art for your next cosplay. So check it out. I'll leave a link to this particular one in the description below, and you guys can find it as quickly as I did, just with the press of a button. Thanks again for tuning in. If you enjoyed this video, drop a like, drop a comment, and if you're not already subscribed, go ahead and subscribe. I'd really appreciate it. Until next time, guys, peace.